So hi guys, welcome back to my channel and I'm back again with another video which is part of my Python basic series, and the topic of this video is analyzing data from JSON files, Excel files, CSV files, and now it's the time to analyze that data. So guys, if you like my content and you want to support me, then please I request you all to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon for further notifications. Also, if you like this video, please do hit the like button and share it with your friends as well. And without delaying this video any further, let's get started. So guys, the first thing is, if you want to analyze any data, you have to create a data frame, and for that I'm just importing pandas here. So once you have imported pandas, then I will just create my data frame, and what I will do here is just simply I have a data.csv file, and I'm basically reading that CSV file using read CSV function. And now if you simply print this df using print command, or just writing df and pressing shift enter, then you will see that the whole data frame is basically printed out. Okay, and in this case this data frame is only having 14 rows, but in normal cases generally our data frames are having more than 14 rows, definitely hundreds of rows, and in that scenario also the whole data frame is printed. Just there is a scroll which appears in this window, in this data cell. So guys, definitely you can imagine, if you want to analyze data like this, it will be really difficult, because the thing is that the whole data is in front of you and it is kind of difficult to focus. So that is why we have got some functions which are provided by pandas data frame, and we are going to discuss them now. The first function is, whenever you get a data, you have to use something called as df.head. And what df.head does, so basically this head function gives you the first 5 rows of the data, and if you pass any number into it, so let's suppose I don't want to see only first 5 rows, I want to see first 10 rows, so just pass here 10, and now you will see that 10 rows are printed. But by default, if you don't pass anything, first 5 rows of the data is printed. So you know what, instead of looking at the entire data just to get a look and feel about the data, it's better to use head functions, so just to see if your data frame is successfully loaded, if it is having all the number of columns which you want to view, or is it having some extra data which you want to remove. So this head function is definitely the first function which we apply whenever we import our data, just to see if it is imported correctly. The next function, which is kind of a counterpart to the head function, is called as the tail function. So if you want to see the last 5 rows of the data, you just have to write tail instead of head, and you can see here that we have printed the last 5 rows. So basically, if you want to check out the last 5 rows or last 10 rows, then you can just parse that number here. Now the last 10 rows are simply visible to you. So guys, that was about how you can view a certain amount of data from the data frame. Now the thing is that we want to use something called as a describe. So there is a function called as describe. In case of pandas, so we have something called a describe, and you see what happens in the describe function. So basically you can see that describe function only gives you the numerical column data. Okay, so we have basically our data frame in which we have got two things. We have got students, which is a string data, object data, and we have got marks, which is the numerical data. So most of the times we are working with the numerical data, right? We want to plot some charts, we want to see what is the mean, median, etc., all these statistics. So if you just do df.describe, that function simply gives out all the numerical columns and their statistics to you. So we have only one numerical column here, which is called as marks, and you can see that we have got the count, that means the total number of marks, total number of values, and the mean, the standard deviation, the minimum value, the 25 percentile, maximum value 75 percentile, 50%, definitely. So guys, this describe function is very helpful to understand the numerical statistics of the data. Okay. Another thing is that you can use something called as info. So info function is basically used to get idea about all the columns of the data or entire data frame as a whole. So you can see that info is giving here that the range index, that means the number of entries are from 0 to 14. There are two data columns. First column is students. It is having 15 values and it's a non-null object. That means it is not having any null value. Then we have got marks, which is again a non-null column, and it is not having any null values. It is of type integer. So we have basically got two columns, and one of the column is of integer type and another column is of object type. So guys, this info function gives you a basic idea about how your data frame is going to look like and what types of column it has and what are their data types. And this definitely helps you out when you are trying to convert your string columns or object columns into numerical columns. Then you must know what are those string columns, which you can easily figure out using the info method. So guys, these are the few functions which are very handy while analyzing the data set, and these are the functions which we first apply whenever we import our data. Guys, in the next few videos we will be looking forward into a lot of feature engineering techniques in which we will be cleaning the data, in which we will be removing null values, imputing non values, and a lot of interesting stuff. So guys, if you like this video, then please do hit the like button and share it with your friends as well. And also, before going any further, do subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon for further notifications. Until next time, thank you so much everyone, and bye bye.